thoughts?
No, same as yours, and same as our supporters. It was a real inept performance. We had a 10-minute spell in the second half where we could have, well, we should have been 2-0 up at the start, but I don't want to give the boys any credit today because it was just a poor, inept performance, and probably certainly the worst since I've been here, because it was 80 minutes of poor play. We couldn't find a pass. I don't know why. We got some decent players in there, but today it weren't just one, it was everybody. It was unbelievable. So you know, they're gonna watch the video tomorrow so that they can make their own assessment of themselves, so that we can then start again, clear the decks, and you know, not clear the decks, but clear their heads and start again. And apologies to the supporters that have turned up because their team didn't turn up today. A lot of it was the quality. We just couldn't, and we didn't cope with their early game. You know, their early game was, you know what it was, every ball went down our throats. We worked on it all week, we told them what was going to happen, but then the boys have to deal with it, and they didn't deal with that in the first half, no way. So, I mean, we've been in there a little while, we've said some home truths, which I always do, and they'll watch it tomorrow and they'll be embarrassed with their own performances, and it's up to them to get their confidence, get their game back very quickly. We've got 4 days. And that will be mentally. They'll have to mentally grow up quickly.
Do you feel you learn more, or they will learn more from a defeat sometimes than a victory?
Listen, you don't mind a defeat, to be honest, but that was a inept performance. I've said that 3 times now, and that's what it was. Sometimes our body language wasn't too clever, so I'm going to jump on that. You know, we miss a penalty, so. In playing bad, we still had 4 or 5 chances that we should have taken. However, for most of the game, we were second best.
Did you take any positives at all from the chances you did create?
Not really. We lost 3-0, didn't we? You know, but it wouldn't be right to say too many positives, or if any. You know, all I can say is we had a 10-minute spell, which is even more annoying because it's a 90-minute game, and we were second best for 80 and created a few bits and pieces for 10 minutes, but that's even worse for me because it means we know they got it. They know they got it in them. I know they've got it in them, but today it didn't go well for any of us for whatever reason, and we'll work Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, because it's nothing to do with their legs, it's to do with their mental state. So we'll have to see whether we got, you know, people that can't handle these games where they're sticking it down your throat for 90 minutes.
So you got them in tomorrow, you're training?
Yeah, we're in for training tomorrow, yeah.
And that's a change. Was that always the plan, Anthony?
No. Listen, you can't let them go home and spend Wednesday not having seen their performance. They've got to see their performance because that's the only way that they'll learn from it, and they'll be embarrassed when they see their performance.
Because obviously there's very little recovery time between now and Bromley. I mean, in a way, is that actually a good thing that they can get it out of their system so quickly on Saturday? We'll
see on Saturday, won't we? You know, I know what I do when one of my teams is that poor. You show them, you make them, you see that they can see themselves not producing. They get embarrassed, and what you'd hope is the professional footballer in them says, I can't play like that again, and hopefully they then recover, albeit 4 days later. That's what we got to hope for. But you know, it makes it difficult when that happens to pick another team, you know, because there was so many players there that were off, good players that just didn't play today, couldn't pass the ball, and we didn't compete with their strengths because we gave it to them all the time, and then they could play their game. And that was what we said. If you give it away too often, it's going to go down your throats, crosses, corners. You're going to put it in, and they're going to be dangerous, and that's why they came second last year.